That's how it's supposed to be. Life is beautiful. I'm doing I don't believe. Flew out to Colombia and brought me home some. Used to be the underdog, now they put me overseas.
But not far from where the Steelers' former homes at Three Rivers Stadium, Forbes Field once stood, we are at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. Today, it's the opener of the 2023 NFL season, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. A new season of NFL football is here, and we're off in 2023 on EA Sports. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone, and his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
Now the third-year man, Najee Harris. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. Well, these Steelers, Charles, 9-8 a year ago. Their quarterback, Kenny Pickett, made 12 starts as a rookie. Do you see a jump coming both for him and potentially for this franchise?
I do, and I trace it back to a December game against Baltimore in 2022. Kenny Pickett made some big plays down the stretch to give Pittsburgh a victory. Plus, the Steelers have added some nice pieces around him, and they'll be able to protect him even better in 2023.
That burst good for 20 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
They run again with Harris. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a second down and 6. Now Pickett will look to pass it. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. With Pickett finding Johnson there. First down, Steelers.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Off play action, Pickett. And that's going to be incomplete. Here's second and 10. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
On first and 10, it's Pickett. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. They'll try the right side with Harris. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
60 by 6, 60 by 3, though.
motion comes too late, and this is going to be a delay.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
3.5 to go, first quarter.
70 Lions. Panther 11. Panther 11. Panther 60. Panther 60.
Again, it's Harris on second down.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain.
52 yards rushing for him now. What a drive for him to kick off the new season.
So play number 10 now coming. It's been a long opening drive, but this is third down.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris.
And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Najee Harris.
A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Steelers are on the board here first in the season opener.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
And that one into the hands of Ayuk downfield.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for 28 yards. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47.
Throwing here, Purdy.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Brandon Ayuk, the one he was looking for.
But it's going to be 2nd down.
Here's the Pro Bowler, Christian McCaffrey.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. But the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Here's Purdy now on 3rd and goal. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 21. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. Pushes him over. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 10 more there and another 1st down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Now on 1st down, it's Purdy.
They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. A good 1st down call as the screen play gets him 9.
And good yardage there on 1st down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st. After 7-0 on EA Sports. And the first play will be a field goal try from the right hash, and this one just a chipping. And his kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. Well, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. Pickett's throw complete to Freiermuth. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Freiermuth with the grab. It only took him 2 seasons to become a fan favorite of Pittsburgh. Like the crowd shouting Heath for Heath Miller, you hear them shout Muth after every grab now. And there's plenty of them. 63 last season for over 700 yards.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, on maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on 1st down. They're ahead of the chains now.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 68 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Pickett now to throw off the play fake. Out to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
And once he escaped the pocket there, he tried to keep those eyes downfield, but nothing was materializing. So he makes a smart move and gets that to the sideline.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And one of the things we like to hit on every year are the new rule changes. So we got a few for 2023. A lot are procedural, having to do with deadlines and roster construction and such. But 2 kind of caught my eye, Charles. One is the option to fair catch a kickoff and have it come out to the 25 like it does in college. You like that?
I don't like it at all. I don't like it in college. I don't like it in the NFL. I want to have something different. And I really wanted the special teams coaches to be a little bit more involved. but I do understand why the league is doing it. They believe it promotes safety, and it's hard to argue against that.
What about, this is the other one, guys can now wear the number 0. We've already seen some make the switch, Calvin Ridley, DeAndre Swift, Braxton Berrios, amongst others.
Yeah, and you know something, when you see those guys make that move, I don't mind that at all right? A little more expressionism for these guys, I love it. I just think we didn't go far enough. What about 00, like Jim Otto used to wear, or Kenny Burrow used to wear? Let's add that back to the NFL jerseys.
Third and 5. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Back deep is Gunnar Olszewski. That's pulled in at the 32. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And a nice play there defensively. And this is a new acquisition, Charles. You and I were talking about it pregame. Just signed as a free agent earlier this week.
Love when they pick up those guys with something to prove. Because any guy's a free agent off the street, no one else wanted him. So he wants to prove to the rest of the league, you should have signed me first.
88 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. First down, and they go back to Harris. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Pickett. He gets it left side of Johnson. Here comes 3rd and the length of the football. Harris running straight ahead. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
On the give, this is Harris. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Harris fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Najee Harris, well built for work down here near the end zone. That's a nice job there to hold him up, but I doubt we've seen the last of him on this drive.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Harris, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
On 3rd down, here's Harris. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Steelers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point put through by Boswell, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. Start here at the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I want to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
Purdy looking to throw on 1st down here. That's caught. He finds Danny Gray.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
15 more yards there, and quickly another 1st down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage...
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
We'll get this out right here to McCaffrey.
Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up 4th down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And with an 8-point lead, probably not too much of an impetus to try and do too much here. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
49ers 6.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
But Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. McCaffrey on the counter, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
This now a 3rd and 4. That's complete out left to Ayuk. And he is going to have the 49ers first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on 3rd down. Even better decision.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Purdy looking to throw. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. It's picked by the linebacker, T.J. Watt. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Tough one there. First drive of the 3rd quarter, throwing interception, and now a chance that they could be an even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take him.
Open man is Johnson. Touchdown Steelers. Deontay Johnson from 17 yards out. And the Steelers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Boswell for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle.
And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
But when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, the terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode.
And in for the Steelers touchdown.
Darnell Washington
With his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook, not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 3. Purdy off the play fake. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 23 yards the pickup there. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. A handoff. McCaffrey running right.
Taken down at the 47-yard line. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's a first down and then some. A 32-yard pickup.
Purdy now to throw.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener.
Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game.
Now Purdy.
And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. So first down went the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Here's Purdy.
This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
So a decision to make there. They decline the penalty as they'd rather force the 4th down. So Purdy off and Moody on for the 49er field goal.
From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick here is good. And the deficit falls under 20 now. It's a 19-point game. So his 3rd field goal of the ball game brings him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And 7s and probably even 8s. You know, as a kicker, you just head out when you're called upon, so he's done his job. It's the rest of the offense that needs to get it in gear if they want to close this gap.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Back now in Pittsburgh. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
123 yards rushing for him now here in week 1. A very solid start to this new campaign.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They only needed 1 yard on third down. They get 10 instead by going to the air.
That's good for a Pittsburgh Steelers. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Pickett.
Throw left side complete. That's Johnson. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 11 more on that one and another first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
Pickett.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
A throw left sideline falls incomplete. We have an injured player out there, and oh boy, that's the quarterback, Kenny Pickett, who's in some pain after that one. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. They hand this off to Harris, and he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Boswell's kick is good.
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
Here's McLeod from his end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance.
They got his man complete. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Back to the air on 2nd down, Purdy.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Purdy.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Purdy, big 4th down play.
That is caught. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Pickett, he'll look to throw it. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. He got 29 yards that time. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10, down at the 31.
Pickett back to throw.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Miles Boykin, 31 yards. And the Steelers are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead. Well, Charles, no matter what the prognosticators say before the season, whether they think you're going to be good, bad, or somewhere in the middle, you never quite know how week one is going to play out. But for them, it has been an impressive performance, and they are well on their way to a 1-0 start.
Yeah, it's a lot like opening up presents, isn't it, partner? You're not quite sure what's inside, but you're hopeful, right? In this case, exactly what they were looking for, exactly what they need.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
On first down, it's Purdy.
Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
On first down, Purdy.
And he'll throw this one away. But I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
He's got a man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 35. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Back to throw, Purdy.
And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Once more, Purdy looking to throw.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Cam Hayward, always a force, got back there for the sack. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go.
Throwing here, Purdy.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Operating from the gun, Purdy. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
Fourth down try. Here's Purdy.
Taking a shot for Samuel. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And this is really the start to the season that you're hoping for if you're a coach or a player. They've got the big lead here in the fourth quarter, and now can really take some time off the clock.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Cleveland Farrell able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long.
Looking to throw, Pickett.
He gets it complete to Harris. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well.
McLeod to return it.
It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Second down, here's Purdy to throw. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Here comes third and about a foot. Purdy looking to throw.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. On 4th down, here's Purdy. His ball is caught. He's got Debo.
Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th.
They go play action here. Purdy.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Quan Alexander.
And the Steelers are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, they came into this one with a vision, Charles, and it has played out exactly as they had hoped, if not even better. They've got the huge lead here, and now the football for the final moments of the 4th.
Yeah, and it was apparent that they were the better team, right? We figured that out pretty early. But give them a lot of credit for staying with it. They didn't stumble around out there. They didn't create a lot of errors for themselves because they were the superior team. They took care of business and closed them out pretty quickly.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's got to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for the Steelers, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they'll get another home date next week as the Browns will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Niners, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.